Hi guys, welcome! In this video, we'll take a look at the revamp of the daily Rift dungeon along with the new equipment set for beginners in the latest patch update in China beta test server. This is not yet implemented in the official server, so take this information with a grain of salt. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Currently, the Rift dungeon is available for players starting at base level 85 and it can be cleared 5 times a day to get 150 Eden coins and a number of random gears and material rewards, such as gloves, strength ring, steel, dog teeth, and a lot more. There's also a monster laboratory instance which consumes 30 minutes of green combat time and grants huge amounts of base and job EXP or material rewards. However, with the revamp of the Rift dungeon, all of the current Rift dungeons plus the monster laboratory instance will be removed and merged into this new time Rift system. Clearing the new Rift dungeon will require 60 minutes of green combat time to get rewards. So if you have insufficient green combat time, you cannot get any reward. The rewards include Zenny, EXP, and normal materials from Luoyang and Wasteland. There's also a chance to get pieces of the new equipment set for beginners, Maple Agate for upgrading the Wasteland Spirit Tree, and Rough Iridicon and Rough Illunium for equipment refining. In this new Rift system, there will be 3 dungeons available and each Rift has 3 difficulties: Beginner, Adventure, and Warrior. Beginner difficulty has a chance to drop the Mythical Dust equipment set, whereas the Adventure and Warrior difficulty have a chance to drop the Brilliant Return equipment set. For Novice and Adventure difficulty, you'll have an option to choose a card that grants a buff inside the Rift. But if you fight by yourself, there will be no cards to choose from in Warrior difficulty. The first Rift, called Sacred Tree Defense War, is unlocked at base level 120 and is located in the upper right portion of the Wasteland map. In this Rift, you first need to kill the monsters that spawn in regular intervals such as Meta Ant Egg, Andre, Dutata, Maya, and Maple Monster. Kill the eggs as fast as possible to prevent the monsters from multiplying. Prioritize also killing the Maple Monster as it has an aura that increases damage reduction and heals surrounding allies. After all monsters have been killed, you need to defeat the Maple Fairy Izma MVP. After clearing the Adventure or Warrior difficulty, you have a chance to get the Brilliant Return series garment or footgear. The second Rift, called Goodbye Old Friends, is unlocked at base level 130 and is located in the lower left portion of the Wasteland map. In this Rift, you just need to kill the 3 groups of monsters that spawn before reaching the Wasteland Lord MVP. If the Wasteland Lord splits, just kill its spirit body first to prevent the original body from healing. After clearing the Adventure or Warrior difficulty, you have a chance to get the Brilliant Return series offhand or armor. And for the third Rift, called Decisive Battle on the other side, it will be unlocked at base level 140 and is located in the left portion of Maple Leaf Faramita. In this Rift, you will need to kill first the summoned monsters that will appear at regular intervals. After the third wave of monsters has been cleared, you can then proceed to defeating Bijou MVP. After clearing the Adventure or Warrior difficulty, you have a chance to get a Brilliant Return series accessory. Clearing each difficulty for each dungeon will unlock the instant completion or sweep function. You can use this function to automatically consume the required combat time and receive directly the dungeon reward of that difficulty. This means that you just need to clear each difficulty for each dungeon once to clear the rift automatically every day. Each difficulty can be cleared up to 3 times daily, but only the first 3 rifts cleared daily will have a higher chance of obtaining the new equipment set for beginners. Furthermore, you can get additional item rewards and buff bonuses by completing the achievement challenge of the rift. As an example, the achievement challenges for the level 120 rift are as follows. First, clearing the highest difficulty will grant 200 ancient remains. Second, clearing the highest difficulty as solo will grant 1 maple-colored agate and 1 ice crystal glaze. And third, clearing the highest difficult as solo within 3 minutes will grant a buff inside the rift that increases the chance to drop an equipment with refinement level. Now let's take a look at the 2 new equipment set for beginners. First is the Mythical Dust series, which can be obtained randomly from clearing the Novice or Beginner difficulty rift. This set has fixed stats and they are as follows. As for the Brilliant Return series, it can be obtained randomly from clearing the Adventure and Warrior difficulty rifts. This set grants a variety of stats and an additional line of random stat, so overall it gives a better DPS boost compared to the Mythical Dust set. As an example, here are the stats of the different offhand equipment I got. The first one increases luck, crit, auto attack, and pen. The second one increases int and ignore mdef. And the third one increases strength, dex, and ignore def. Aside from clearing rifts, these new equipment series can also be obtained via crafting. Just go to the Wasteland Treasury located near the entrance of Wasteland to access the crafting function. The materials needed can be farmed in Luoyang and Wasteland maps. However, the craftable Brilliant Return series equipment has fixed stats which are as follows. In order to inlay a slot in this new equipment, you need to craft Wasteland Embers using Luoyang materials. You'll need 625 materials to convert into 1 Wasteland Ember. Then go to the socketing NPC to punch a hole into the equipment. You'll need 5 Wasteland Embers for slotting each gear. Overall, I think this revamp will definitely help new and returning players because the equipment and materials from the current Rift system are less needed nowadays due to the ancient equipment system. New players will find it more rewarding to farm materials from Luoyang and Wasteland maps as they can be used for crafting, slotting, and safe refining the new Mythical Dust and Brilliant Return series gears. This new equipment set is a good intermediate or transition between the Epic Spirit Beacon set from Cryptura Academy and the ancient equipment from Komoda instances. Beginners will no longer need to waste their zenny on buying, upgrading, refining, and synthesizing regular equipment and can focus more on spending zenny for cards, enchants, and handbook deposits. Another benefit of this new Rift system is that players can opt to consume combat time through rifts instead of farming mobs. But of course, there are still disadvantages to this new Rift system, most especially for veteran players. The Rift rewards are no longer useful for veterans who already have reached base level 170 and completed their ancient equipment set. In addition, the Zenny reward and 50 Eden coins that you get from clearing a rift daily is not enough to compensate for the 60 combat time consumed. So I guess veteran players can forego doing rifts when this revamp is implemented. So what do you guys think about this new rift system and equipment set for beginners? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love you to consider subscribing by hitting the red subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.